Welcome to the series. There are new opportunities for evangelism in this generation that the church often overlooks. I've seen these approaches work, and I want to share them with you in this course. When students of evangelism experiment with outdated evangelistic practices and the encounters are either awkward or unpleasant, they often conclude, well, I guess that means that evangelism is not for me. Let me just relegate that to somebody else who's better at it, or maybe more gifted and called. This unfortunate conclusion often leads to churches to adopt the common evangelism approach that Dr. Tim Tennant calls passive congeniality. As he explains, we tell our congregations to turn and greet those around them, and if they see a visitor, they should be very warm and welcoming. Some churches go really crazy and give special gift bags to first-time visitors, or they staff a welcome center. Now, while these helpful practices should not be abandoned, the passive congeniality approach misses many of the greatest opportunities for evangelism in our places of work, our places of play, as well as our social media networks. Instead of simply reducing the gospel to a simple formula or a set of laws or principles, students will now, in this course, find expansive opportunities to share their faith. We're going to teach them how to become good storytellers, to draw people in, to offer a multi-worldview gospel, to understand a pinstripe perspective on truth, to explore new bridges of God, and to communicate with digital learners who are being shaped by digital media. And then to share hospitality in small groups. Now, these approaches have been developed and practiced by our partnership with the Knox Fellowship and Asbury Theological Seminary. Researchers Tim Robbins, Irene Cabete, and I have found that these approaches have increased students' confidence for evangelism by over 100%. And it's also increased their competence in evangelism by over 300%. Each of these 6 weeks training will summarize the new opportunity for evangelism as well as a complexity in the 21st century, and will really focus on practical activities to prepare people for evangelism. I suggest that you follow this format. Gather people in a group in a home or a church, maybe a Sunday school, have a meal together, and while they're eating, the teacher will share the weekly video as the participants watch. Then ask the group if there are any questions or clarifications to address, to be followed by a practical activity each week when the participants are finished eating, then concluding with debriefing of each session. Before starting the training, I suggest that you hand out the questionnaire available online to find out where people are in their competence and their confidence for evangelism, as well as to track their progress throughout the course. Let's get started. This is an exciting and practical journey, and I'm looking forward to being on it with you.